morning. I know you all have been sitting on the edge of your seats waiting for the State of the University address. So in a moment I'll tell you what kind of state we're in, but first I want to congratulate all of our students who've been recognized for their leadership in all the various capacities that we've talked about. You make us proud, and as do all of our students, because everybody here, I think, in some way engages in leadership. In a special way, I want to congratulate our two recipients again, Spirit of Angela Award, Peter and Marquetta. We're very proud of you, all of you, for what you represent. You've taken your talents, your skills, and values, and with them you spent your time here at Brescia making a difference. And in so doing, you contribute to the Brescia difference. I think we should also congratulate our faculty and staff who are so instrumental in helping our students to actualize their leadership skills. Our students bring their talents and values with them. But as is true for all human endeavors, to fully realize the potential those talents and values embodies requires a community. And in our case, an academic community with a Catholic liberal arts identity and a career preparation and service purpose. So congratulations should also go to our faculty and staff, all of you who function as educators no matter what your role here is at Brescia. Thank you. Which brings me to the state of the university for this academic year. Because of the dedicated work of our faculty and staff, because of the stellar character of our students, I can confidently state that the state of Brescia University is stable. It's actually more than stable. But I don't want to get carried away. We can always do better. But it's pretty good. The primary outcome for this determination are the students that we just recognized. But there are other measurements that I want to take a moment to share with you. First, spring enrollment. I'll focus on spring because you all have heard a lot already about the fall. We entered the spring with a total enrollment of 990 students, which is up from 946 last year. Of that, 937 are undergraduate degree seeking compared to 872 last year. Of the total, 431 are on-ground students and 506 are online. And in all likelihood, those numbers will increase as we continue to recruit for Mod 4. Another important measurement for us is retention from fall to spring. And this year the numbers are good. Again, 88% of our freshmen returned for the spring semester and 86% of our total student population continue their studies this spring. Knowing other presidents at other schools, they would be jealous of those numbers. Because of this and solid fundraising, our financial picture is healthy and we don't anticipate any problems when we submit our required financial report to our regional accreditor, SACS COC, as part of our 5th year report in March. The fundraising highlight, of course, for this year was our $10 million capital campaign, which we launched in October and went public. To date, we have $8.2 million pledged. All to help in the mission to educate you, our students, with the Brescia difference. We have a long way to go, but our alumni and friends are engaged and excited about the future of our university, and they want to be a part of your education because they know that you are going to do great things. That engagement can be seen in the number of people that participated as students and alumni in some activities such as homecoming. This year, again, we had an increase with 1,725 people participating across all activities. There are, of course, many other activities, academic, co-curricular, and athletic, that I could point to and highlight, but we'd be here all day. They all highlight, though, the health of the university. They increase every year. I'd like to focus, though, just for a moment on some of the awards and recognitions that Brescia University received this academic year. Another good measurement of the stability and health of our university. This year, we were identified by the organization Colleges of Distinction as being worthy of this honor. There's only a relatively short list of Kentucky schools that have received this. And looking at this, you can tell, at this list, you can tell what a significant honor this is. They include Asbury, Center, Georgetown, Thomas More, Transylvania, and Brescia. There are 4 measurements of distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant campus communities, and successful outcomes. The Colleges of Distinctions looks beyond rankings and test scores to find colleges that are the ideal places to learn, grow, and succeed. We were identified by University Research and Review as a best value school. Relevant criteria here were our diversity of programs and cost of attendance, as well as our adherence to our mission. You all know we were recognized as the best college in the Southeast by the Princeton Review, and the best regional college in the South by the U.S. News and World Report. We've received those recognitions for several years. But more recently, we were named a military-friendly school, which means we are ranked among the top 15% of colleges, universities, and trade schools that are doing the most to embrace veterans and active duty military. In addition, our students, faculty, and staff were recognized with the President's Volunteer Service Award for service to junior achievement. Our Alpha Chi Honor Society was named a STAR chapter, which is given to fewer than 14% of the chapters across the nation. Our BU Associate Degree in Human Services earned a place on the list of the nation's top colleges for online associate degrees, as published by the Affordable Colleges Foundation. That same foundation recognized this year our BU Online Accounting program as a Best Online Accounting degree in 2015. Finally, this Friday, we're going to be recognized as a finalist in the Education and Workforce category of the Chamber of Commerce's Business of the Year Award. We may actually win, but it's great to be a finalist. So while all these indicators, and there are a lot of them, point to a healthy and stable Brescia, we also have to make sure we look at some of the challenges and weaknesses that may represent obstacles that we will need to overcome in the upcoming years. And I'll just mention a few. First is continuing to remain financially viable. It is critical to continue to generate sufficient revenue to fund the mission of the university. At a recent meeting of presidents, we were reminded that there's a great deal of pessimism about the higher education sector. Overall enrollment in higher education in the United States has only increased 0.95% over the last couple of years. Brescia has done significantly better than that, but it highlights the challenge that we and other small liberal arts institutions face. To address this concern, we will need to continue to grow our enrollment in a sustainable way while maintaining quality. At this same meeting, it was recommended that schools diversify their revenue stream. This again is something that we have already done here at Brescia with the expansion of our online education. But keeping our educational experience affordable and relevant can be difficult in today's environment. There are 3 other closely related challenges that flow directly from the fiscal realities that Brescia faces. First is continuing to make improvements to our campus academic and physical infrastructure so that we can maintain the quality of our educational experience, making sure that our students have better than adequate classrooms, labs, technology, recreational, and living facilities must be a priority if we're going to sustain and grow our on-ground population. And the master plan and the capital campaign that we have underway is just a first step to achieving that goal. Secondly, we have to make similar efforts for our online students. Based on the enrollment statistics I mentioned earlier, better than 50% of our students are online, and we have to remember that we consider all of our students equal in their right to receive the Brescia difference as part of their educational experience. We have to do a better job of making sure that our online students benefit fully from the Brescia experience, especially in their right to be educated by full-time and terminally prepared Brescia faculty who are fully immersed in the academic culture. Our full-time faculty who are hired on ground must have skills to teach well in the physical and virtual classroom. To do otherwise would be to treat our online students as second-class citizens, and that would be intolerable. Which brings me to the third challenge. If we wish to continue to provide the educational experience that characterizes the Brescia difference, we have to find ways to make sure that the salaries of our staff and faculty are just and indeed competitive. Without the hard work of those who come in every day, dedicated to serve our students, the Brescia difference would never happen. Finding appropriate ways to recruit and retain our educators, all of our educators, faculty and staff, is a challenge for the university that must remain a priority. These are challenges. None of them are insurmountable, nor have I named all of them. As you can imagine, that too might take a while. But they are real and a daily part of the university's efforts to educate in the Brescia difference. I would be remiss not to mention the loss of a very important educator who was very much a part of the Brescia difference in our community's loss at the death of Hubert Powers. If you were at the memorial service yesterday evening, you might have seen embodied what I talk about often, that whatever role you have at Brescia, you have the ability to be an educator, whether you do so in the classroom or outside of the classroom. And Hubert, in the stories that people told, was a great example of somebody who educated while working within our maintenance staff. We're going to miss Hubert a great deal, and I'd like to, at this point, take a moment of silence to remember and honor. Please remember to continue to pray for him and his family. Finally, on this Founders Day, which today actually falls on the feast of St. Angela Merisi, we also celebrate Ursuline Appreciation Day. And I'd like for all of our Ursulines to please stand so that we can recognize and thank you for all that you do. This year, Pope Francis is declared as, should I get the right title, Consecrated Life, the year of consecrated life. And in the Catholic tradition, consecrated life for those who have taken vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience. And the sisters that we have on campus, our Ursuline sisters as well as our Benedictine sisters, have all entered into the consecrated life, and our sisters from Vietnam. And so we honor them in a special way this year for their commitment and to the church and to Christ and their mission. Again, congratulations to our students. Thank you to our faculty and staff for making this a great year. Not only is our present reality in good shape because of you, those that work here, and dedicate yourself to our students, and because of our students and everything that I see in you, I have every confidence that the future state of the university will continue to remain stable. stable and sound.